the students, you can put your messages in the chat box. You can say hi to me. You can say good evening to me. I'll be more than happy to see your messages. Online sessions are a huge challenge unless and until we keep it engaging. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Aishwarya. Thank you, Megha. Good evening. Yes, Anaka, Pooja. Okay, there's a girl dominance in the session. Okay. Shamila. Okay. Abhirami. It's a girl dominance. Okay. I'm sure we have few boys here. Amal Krishna is there. Another Padmanabhan. Good evening. Okay. This year at IIM Calicut, I think close to around 70% it's girls for this year's admission. Savishna. Good evening, Savishna. Chaitanya. Okay. So we have only Ananda Padmanabhan in the male league. Vimal is also there. Okay. Rest of you can hear me? Can everyone hear me? Can you see the PPT? You can probably put yes in the chat box. Okay. Shamila. Okay, thank you, Shamila. How about other people?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Who's that? iPhone? You can see a name called iPhone. Okay. Aditya. Okay, thank you, Aditya. Thank you. I think we almost have like 61 students. Okay. 4-3. All right. 61. Okay. So
Renjit sir, I think we can start with the session, sir. Let others join.
Yes. Yes.
So
yes,
before we start, just one word of thanks to Renjit sir, because when I call him morning itself, I call him around 11:30 or 12 only, but he has accepted the invitation to speak about the importance of this upcoming NQT examination. So I think rather than I am telling, if students will get an idea, if someone who is dealing with students and who is having contact with the industry, who will speak more about this opportunity. So this is one opportunity where that none of the eligible students should not miss out. So thanks to Renjit sir on behalf of the placement cell, on behalf of the college, on behalf of the Benny sir who is present here. So Benny sir, he will just give, sir, you can introduce the students, you can speak to the students for a minute, then we'll start with the speech by Renjit sir.
Good afternoon all. Myself also would like to thank Renjit Keshav. I'm sure that the students, Renjit is no stranger to you. I'm sure he would have handled a few sessions for you when you were in the first year or second year. And now coming to this TCS, I'm sure that all the 65 students, all of you would have registered for it, and I'm sure many more would have registered. But every time, whenever we have an opportunity of this kind, especially TCS, Infosys, or firms which are likely to recruit in large number, and when there is an aptitude test, we used to make sure that there will be a specific training of short duration, a short burst to training specific to that particular company. So we have been doing it in the past, and this time, because of this pandemic, contact classes are not possible. So our placement officer has found out that Mr. Renjit is doing this online. So that is why we have joined for this online meeting with Mr. Renjit today. And the college will be supporting you in this training. Of course, if you are interested, of course, you have to show that interest in terms of some resources also. Like if you join this, you will have to pay for it. And whatever payment you are making for this particular program, once you successfully complete that, you have to just undergo that, you have to pay that and undergo that, and you make a specific request, individual request for refund. College will refund 50% of the fee. Of course, the fee is not a great thing, but it's all about your motivation, and I'm sure all of you are motivated and you will take it as a big challenge. And this is a very serious time, and when you come out of this pandemic, you have the opportunities. Of course, there could be large number of opportunities, but anyway, the one which is coming straightforward, we should not be missing. And this is a golden opportunity, I'm quite sure, with the kind of training that you could get from Renjit. all of you will make it into TCS. So once again, I thank Renjit, and I thank all the students for joining this. All the best, and I request Mr. Renjit to take over.
Thank you so much, sir. So once again, good evening, everyone. It's always a pleasure to come back and talk to students from Vimal Jyoti. Now that Benny sir has said, I don't know if you guys know me. Do you guys know me? Have I taken a session for you people? I think first year or second year, probably I think I would have come and met you. Did I? Can anyone please put that message? If you know me, you can say yes. First year. Okay. Okay. So I think probably that was my okay, first year, first year. All right. So do I look the same or do I look different? Okay. So no, I think probably that was I think fortunately for you people, I think that was my last full-fledged project at Vimal Jyoti, and I think Benny is a very important person in my life because when I started my company when we were struggling, Vimal Jyoti is one particular campus, and Benny is one particular person to whom I'll be indebted throughout my life because whatever I am today, a major portion has been played by Vimal Jyoti. Whatever I have grown in my career, whatever I am today, I think a large portion of the credit must definitely go to Vimal Jyoti Engineering College. There are only 2-3 colleges because of which I was able to make a career in this industry. And Vimal Jyoti is definitely one of those colleges. And if you go to your placement department and you see the annals there, you will see 2012, 13, 14, 15. You will see my company name, and I made a living out of training because of Vimal Jyoti, to be very honest. So, Justin sir, I think it is only my proud privilege and honor to come back and do this session. And as you know, anytime I'm available for the campus. One of the major reasons why we have met today is because of two reasons. One is definitely the reason being TCS NQT, and the second reason is, see, if I make this into a habit of doing a similar session for all the colleges, probably I'll have to do like 135 sessions in Kerala, because on papers I think there are close to around 135 colleges, but I haven't done it. I have done this for 3 or 4 colleges, and one of the campuses is Vimal Jyoti. Why is that? Because I see a lot of potential in the campus. Otherwise, why would I do it? I cannot go and speak all these things in a campus where I don't see much of a potential, or I don't see much of an academic talent. But I've always believed in the last 10 years of my career that you take the border from probably Trichur to Kasargod. I would still rate Vimal Jyoti as one of the best self-financing engineering colleges, producing some of the most academically fantastic students. And the reason why I say that is because academics is your first step towards your placements. Campus placements do not happen without a good academics. Understand that. So people might have their argument saying that a CGPA is not a testimony of your talent, a CGPA is not a testimony of your intelligence, a CGPA is not a testimony of your success. Absolutely right, and I totally agree with that. But the problem is, for you to be visible in front of people at a competitive stage, you need to be academically strong enough. Your aggregates has to speak volumes of your effort, your focus, your endurance, as well as your intelligence also. So that was a major reason why I was drawn to do this session for all you people, because how many colleges in Kerala would have more than 200 students for TCS NQT? How many eligible students would be there? You go back and ask anybody. I mean, quite unfortunate that we don't have more than 70 students attending this session. But I would definitely want you to take back whatever I say in this session to your batchmates, saying that how many colleges are able to produce more than 200 students for a TCS NQT? Very few, very few. I have been in this industry for almost 12 years now. I did my first training program for an engineering college in 2006. So my expertise are about 15 years in this industry. And I can definitely tell you that there won't be more than 10 or 12 colleges in Kerala who will be able to provide TCS with more than 200 students with academic aggregate eligibility of 6 CGPA with maximum 1 area paper. And I think that is the strength of Vimal Jyoti. That is the strength of the academic background that Vimal Jyoti boasts about. But the question is that enough? That is the question. Is that enough? No, that is not enough. That is not enough, because you need to take further steps, because your academic aggregate, your academic credentials will get you an opportunity for placements. But what happens next totally depends upon your attitude towards that opportunity. Like, I mean, Justin sir, when we started having the discussion, so it was about a training program that we are organizing, for students all across Kerala. So principals are also said, why don't you should talk to the students about your training program, how much is the course fee, what exactly we do. But even before that, it is very important to understand what exactly is your attitude towards that placement. Because if you are not serious about that placement, if you don't understand the value of that opportunity, then there is no point in spending your 400 rupees to come for our training program. I don't need that money. I don't need that money if you don't find the value in it, because I'm the last person who will actually take the money for the sake of commerce and business. I wouldn't want to do that. If you're coming for the program, if you're coming on board with me, then I would want you to come with a positive attitude that this opportunity will probably change my life for the next 35 to 40 years. Let me invest my time, my attention, my interest, as well as my money into it because I value this opportunity. So that is the first point that I'm supposed to talk to you about. What exactly this opportunity is all about. So I'm just going to put a poll on the screen for all you people because I need to just understand the batch. So can you see a poll, guys? Can you see a poll on your screen, VGEC webinar? Can you see the poll? Could you just go and cast that poll for me, everyone? So yeah, thank you, Amal. Could you just mark the poll for me? Please mark your stream from the below. So if you're an electrical, then click electrical, mechanical. I think 2 people have done it. Okay, we have more students. Please, everyone. Yeah. Get it done. Get it done. Let me just see. Okay, so I have almost 10 students from computer science. Meanwhile, you could put a message in the chat box and ask your friends to join the session. This is going to be very interesting. I can assure you that. You will remember the session for a long time. Okay, 45 of 76. Come on, more people. 48. Okay, let's see. This is like one of those Kerala elections now. Okay, I look like a journalist who's hosting that show, looking at the numbers, who is winning. Okay, 53 of 76, 54. Come on, I think we have more people. I think we have more people. 75, so keeping aside me, Principal Sir and Justin Sir, I think we have 72 students. Okay, 54. Rest of you, can't you see the poll? Yeah, 58, 56. Just check, the poll should be there. I only have 56 of 75, 58 now, 59 now. Okay. Can I have more numbers? I think we probably 60 now. I think probably we have 71 students here. So 61. So 10 more students, 9 left, 62 now. Okay. Who are the 9 students? Okay. Probably the last 15 seconds. Can you guys go and get it done? 62 of 75, 63 now. Okay. If you haven't done it, please check. I hope all of you can see the poll. 64. We've got 10 more seconds left, guys. 64. Can I have a few more? Okay. No problem. Okay. Time up. Okay. So let me just share the results. Can you guys see the results, everyone? Amal, can you see the result? Okay. So please mark your stream from the below. So how many do I have? I have 3 students from the electrical department. I have 4 students from the mechanical department. I have 17 students from the computer science. I have electrons and communication 21, which is brilliant. For a TCS seminar, computer science is way behind electronics and communication. Wow, that's quite a surprise. 16 students from civil. I mean, I appreciate all you 16 people, because I did a seminar with another leading campus day before yesterday. We had 0 participation from the civil department. So good. Kudos to your HODs and faculty and your attitude. Others, it is 3. So I think probably that should be the IT department, I believe. Okay, fine, great. Did you register for TCS NQT? All right, only 91% has finished the registration. Okay, so that means 9% you are left. Okay, so probably if I look at it from the greater number, then out of 200 people, 9% means roughly we are talking about what, 18 or 20 students who are still, who are yet to register for TCS. But 91% has done it. Great. I think you guys have done a great job, because I was looking at the TCS registration numbers and it's dismal. GEC Wynad placement officer called up and said, Renjit sir, we only have 25 people who have registered for TCS NQT. And I said, sir, 25 itself is a huge number. I think you guys are doing really well, because all the other campuses, what I see is 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, are you interested in preparing for TCS NQT? 98% said they are interested. 2%, okay, 1% said is not interested. Okay, have you started preparing for TCS NQT? 55% said they are preparing for TCS NQT, which is good. This is good. 45% says no. Okay, so do you know the TCS NQT syllabus? 64% they don't know about it. So how does the math work? 55% have started preparing for it, but 64% doesn't know the TCS NQT syllabus. Okay, so 38% says they are aware of the TCS syllabus. Okay, fantastic. So now I get an idea what my batch is all about. Okay, let me just come to this now. All right. So I need your undivided attention for the next 15 minutes. So wherever you are, just stand and stay still. I need your attention for the next 15 minutes, and that's it. So why TCS is important for class of 2021? So you are the class of 2021, right? Now, if you look at it, I was taking a session for the engineering students this year. So this is a news piece which said that despite COVID-19 outbreak, IIT Delhi was able to break all the previous year's records of placement. And I was the most happiest person. I'm happy because ഈ പാൻഡമിക്കും ഈ ലോക്ക്ഡൌണും ഒക്കെ ക്യാമ്പസ് പ്ലേസ്മെന്റിനൊക്കെ അഫക്ട് ചെയ്യുമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് അതൊന്നും സംഭവിച്ചില്ല. ആൻഡ് IIT Delhi was able to do fantastic. And this is why we say that never believe newspapers or news channels anymore, right? Exactly 2 weeks later, that is a tweet by Ramagopal Rao, who is the IIT director, who said that please do not revoke the offers that has been given to our students. Students in a kodutha offer ningal cancel cheyirudhu, revoke cheyirudhu. Karanam we have a policy in IIT Delhi that oru placement in irunna offer letter kitti kazhinjal pinna we don't give the opportunity for that student to attend another placement. So please do not do it. And this is the situation at IIT Delhi right now. And you are talking about the #1 premier technical training institute in India, where they are literally pleading to the recruiters to not revoke the job offer. So our situation, the gravity, you look at the right side of your template now. Cognizant has laid off like 9,000 employees. Okay, TCS headcount is down by 4,086. Okay, 4,086. Infosys, it is 3,138. HCL is 136. Wipro is 1,082, and Tech Mahindra is 1,820. So why these 6 companies are important for you people, I'll probably tell you why they are very, very important for you. If you look at the bottom one, COVID-19 impact on campus placement, this is for the class of 2020. 2020 pass out kuttikalkanu. 66% of students are without jobs. 33% are awaiting response from the employees. Things would have got slightly better now. This is the situation, right? Now, why is it that, look, if you look at IIM, they are struggling. They are struggling to get their students to join companies right now because of the lockdown. Like 2 of my students from IIM Indore, they were supposed to be joining a company in Mumbai, but they are not able to do so. Why is it that an IIM and IIT is struggling? Because of the pay package, right? If IIM Kozhikode, the highest package is 53 lakhs. Average package is around 23 lakhs. IIT Delhi package is 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs. So what companies are saying is, see, we cannot take a fresher into into our company by paying huge amount of salary at this point of time because the business is not happening. Lockdown on COVID on the telecom industry is down, manufacturing industry, hospitality, FMCG, every industry is down right now. So they are saying that itrayum kaashu koduthu namukku pudhiya aalkare konduvaran pattilla. But then, so why is it that a TCS NQT is happening? എന്തുകൊണ്ട് TCS നടക്കുന്നു? അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു KTUമായിട്ട് ചേർന്നിട്ട് why an Infosys is possibly going to happen? അല്ലെങ്കിൽ why a Wipro can probably happen? അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു SOTI എന്തുകൊണ്ട് നടന്നു? അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു Goldman Sachs എന്തുകൊണ്ട് നടന്നു കേരളത്തിൽ നിന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ the starting package is around 3.4, 3.5 lakhs. അല്ലെ? ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു TCSന്റെ MTech എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ MTech students in the package is around 3.6 lakhs. For a BTech student, the package is around 3.43 lakhs. So what they're saying is, see, the huge amount of salary that they offer for IIT and IIM could be difficult for us, but at the bottom level, for service hiring, because service hiring companies are, for service hiring, with 3.4 lakhs to 3.5 lakhs, we are ready to hire people. That is how the market is going right now. Okay? Because digital you talk about Google Pay and Paytm, nobody would know about it. But in the number of people who are using Google Pay, the number of people who are using Phone Pay, the number of people who are using Paytm, the number of people who are using Netflix, the number of people who are using Amazon Prime, Amazon, Flipkart, Jabong, Mintra. So because these are all IT enabled, all industries are IT enabled, and going forward, it is going to be a digital revolution that is going to happen in the next 25 to 30 years. So, any industry you take mechanical industry, you take electronics and communication, you take electrical, you take computer science, you take civil engineering. Every industry will be supported and enabled by a computer science professional, because everything is going to get digital. A civil engineering field will get digital. Automobile field will get digital. Electronics and communication will get digitalized. So if it has to get digitalized, then they would probably require a mechanical engineer with a computer science background. They would require a civil engineer with a computer science background. Like I always say this to those students who go for Infosys placement, that why should a mechanical engineer prefer Infosys? I remember Tinu, who was the person concerned for Infosys way back in 2014-13, saying that our aeronautical project on Infosys. And they say that when this aeronautical client comes to Infosys for a project, who understands the business better? It is only a mechanical or an aeronautical engineer who understands that business better. Or a computer science all. So companies require engineers from different streams to understand the business from their clients who are from different industries. And that is probably the reason, one of the reasons why our എല്ലാ സ്ട്രീമിലെ ആൾക്കാരെ ഇൻവൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് അതുകൊണ്ടാണ്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു TCSന് നമ്മളെക്കാളും ബുദ്ധി TCSനില്ല. TCSന് നമ്മളെക്കാളും ബുദ്ധിയുണ്ട്. എന്തിന് സിവിലിന് എടുക്കണം, എനിക്ക് കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ സയൻസ് മാത്രം എടുത്താൽ പോരെ. They don't think like that. What they're saying is ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് മെക്കാനിക്കലും വേണം, സിവിലും വേണം, computer science വേണം, electricalum വേണം, ECM വേണം. So we need all sorts of people, because we want to make a pool of people who understands business from different clients who belongs to different industries. So that is one of the major reasons why they've opened all their openings to different streams of people. So I'm not saying that നിങ്ങൾ പോയാൽ നിങ്ങൾ ഒരു civil client ന്റെ കൂടെയാണ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്ന് ഞാൻ പറയുന്നില്ല. പക്ഷേ that is the primary idea of opening an IT opportunity for all the engineers from different streams across India. Did you get that point? Yes or no, everyone? Yes or no? Did you understand that point? Did you understand that point? You can say yes, you can say no. Yes or no?
Yes,
Mega says yes. Sir, see, but നമ്മൾ ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കുക, being a civil engineer നമ്മൾ പറയാണ്, സർ ഞാനൊരു IT ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയിൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുമെന്ന് നമ്മൾ പറയുകയാണെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുക. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മെക്കാനിക്കൽ എഞ്ചിനീയർ, ഇലക്ട്രിക്കൽ എഞ്ചിനീയർ നമ്മൾ പറയണം, സാർ ഞാൻ എങ്ങനെ IT പോകും? നമ്മളെക്കാളും ബുദ്ധിയുള്ള ആൾക്കാരല്ലേ അവര്. അപ്പൊ അവര് നമ്മളെ അടുത്തല്ലേ ആദ്യം ചോദിക്കേണ്ടത്, നിങ്ങൾ എന്തിനാ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നതാണ്? And still they are saying that you come and work with us because we need engineers to come and work with us. We are not looking at civil, electrical or anything. And I'm going to make a prediction to all of you. നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും ഒരു 5 years down the line, you should remember this line. നിങ്ങൾ നോക്ക്, see, today you have two choices. I'm very serious about this, okay? You have two choices today. One is, you can probably take the right decision. So what do you mean by the right decision here? The right decision is, if you are a civil engineer, you want to prepare yourself, dedicate yourself, you want to be honest, you want to earnestly work to get into a civil engineering core sector as a civil engineer. That is the right decision. So I don't have to debate on that. I'm not even going to have an argument when you come back and tell me that, sir, please don't motivate or force me to go and work with an IT company, because I have spent 4 years of my civil engineering, and I would say you have taken the best decision of your life. But there is a small problem here. What exactly is small problem? The small problem is, see, you take somebody like a Sundar Pichai. So who is Sundar Pichai? Can anyone tell me who is Sundar Pichai? Can anyone tell me who is Sundar Pichai? He's the CEO of Google, right? And Sundar Pichai is an alumnus of which campus? Can anyone tell me? Sundar Pichai is the alumnus of which campus? Anyone? Can anyone tell me Sundar Pichai? IIT Kharagpur. And he is an engineer from which stream? Can anyone tell me? Sundar Pichai is an alumnus from IIT Kharagpur of which stream? Metallurgy. Metallurgy. He's a yeah, exactly. Another Padmanabhan. He's a metallurgical engineer. And he's the CEO of a software company. How does the math add? A metallurgical engineer from IIT Kharagpur is the CEO of a software company. Now, is that the right decision? You tell me. Was it the right decision? Can anyone tell me? Is that the right decision? Is that the right decision? Can anyone tell me? That is the right decision. And if we had decided to stick with that right decision, probably he would have been the director of a public sector company specialized in metallurgy. Probably he would have been one of the directors, earning 2 lakh salary per month. But today, if you see his salary, including the equity that Google has given him, it's roughly around 1,300 crores. Because that is a smart decision. That is a smart decision, right? The smart decision is what? He got an opportunity to go to the US in a scholarship. His father invested his entire year's salary to buy a flight ticket for that person to go to the US because his parents thought that is a very smart decision for our son. And even Sundar Pichai agreed for a fact that it will be a smart decision because I'm getting an opportunity to go to the US. So he never really thought, and he said in an interview that he never really had a computer in his home. He never really had internet connection in his home. He got his first internet access when he went to the US. So he looked at it as an opportunity to get more exposure, an opportunity to come up in life. And he didn't think about metallurgy or computer science. He looked at it as an opportunity. And that is when in one of his interviews, he said that don't expect everything to be right in your life. You need to have the right attitude towards everything in life. That is very, very important. These are not my words. This is something that Sundar Pichai said. He said, don't expect everything to be right. You need to have the right attitude towards everything in life. That is good enough to take you to the next level. So now you have to make two choices in life. All right. The first choice is, do you want to go back and pursue your right decision to specialize in your core sector, find a job, build a career? That is the first question. The second question is, or do you want to take a smart decision? What do you mean by smart decision? You will have ample opportunities this year. It could be TCS, the next could be Wipro, the next could be Cognizant, or the next could be Infosys. You will have various opportunities. Do you want to take up this opportunity or not? Now, this is where I want you to go to NIT Calicut's website. You go to NIT Calicut's website today, you look at the placement history at NIT Calicut, and you come back and tell me. I'll give you my email ID. You can come back and rebuck if you want. Almost 85 to 90% of the placement that happens in NIT Calicut, it's in the IT industry. It is in the IT industry. You go to CET, College of Engineering Trivandrum, which is considered to be the #2 campus in Kerala, right? I have been visiting CET since 2012. You go to CET, at the end of the year, they would write 900 job offers for CET. And out of those 900 job offers, you will see 800 job offers in the IT industry. Why Infosys, TCS, Wipro are very, very important? They are important because they are the largest recruiters of BTech freshers in the country. The number one is TCS. The TCS employee strength is roughly 4.5 lakhs. After Indian Railways, they are the biggest recruiters in the country. They are the biggest fresher recruiter. The second is Wipro, the third is Infosys. These three companies, if they stop recruiting, the engineering recruitment industry in India, including the NITs, will go down drastically. The recruitment by these service-based IT companies are holding these campuses in its good stead and reputation, like how we know about these campuses. I can give you a solid example. We were doing a session for RIT Kottayam this year. It's for the final year students. So I was dealing with all the departments. My team was dealing with all the departments. So one of the department was the architect department. Now, obviously, I cannot ask an architect student to go and work with TCS, right? That is nothing less than a crime. Satyam Barnal. I was thinking what to do. I cannot even motivate those students. What I did is I decided to invite an architect to talk to them. Our architect invite ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇവരോട് സംസാരിക്കാനായിട്ട് ഞാൻ പുള്ളിക്കാരനെ വിളിച്ചു. ഒരു ആളെ വേണം. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ NIT Calicut എൻ്റെ ക്ലയൻ്റ് ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ അവിടെ സിവിൽ ഹരിസാറിന് സംസാരിച്ചപ്പോൾ ഹരിസാർ പറഞ്ഞു there is a person called as Tariq. So you talk to Tariq Renjit. He's an NIT Calicut BR pass out. Paris internship ഒക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞാണ്. He's working in Bangalore. So I called up Tariq and I said, Tariq, can you do this for me? And Tariq said, yes, sir, I can do it. No problem, sir. So I asked him, so what kind of a campus placement did you get when you were in NIT Calicut? He started laughing. He said, sir, BR students in NIT Calicut, we never get placements. We never get campus placements. And you're talking about NIT Calicut. The top, probably the 10 NIT institutes in the country, NIT Calicut, he said that BR students do not get placements in NIT Calicut. Can you believe that? And I said, Keshav, why? And he said, because majority of the companies who come for placements, they are IT companies. Even in NIT Calicut, this is the situation. So a Mimel Jyoti is no exception, or a College of Engineering is no exception, or a GEC Thrissur is no exception. Understand that. So now you have two choices. Now you have two choices. Do you want to pursue the right decision, or do you want to be smart enough because something is going to give you an amazing opportunity for better exposure? Something is going to give you an opportunity to start your career. That is totally up to you. So that is what you are supposed to take. That decision is totally up to you. whether you want to take up the decision or not. But this is the reality. Now, if you come back and tell me, sir, I have the confidence, I have the grit, I have the conviction to get out of this campus. So even if the campus recruitment industry is not ready to give me that placement opportunity in civil, I'm ready to struggle for 3 to 5 years to make it to the top, then you are absolutely right. Please go ahead and do it. If your father and mother are able to support you for the next 3 to 4 years, if they don't have a problem in you struggling for 3 to 4 years, if you think you can still depend upon your parents for the next 2 to 3 years, if you think you can still struggle for next 2 to 3 years, then you can definitely go and pursue your journey. It is just like, one of those guys who tells me that I want to become an actor. And I say that, no, you cannot make it to the top because only very, very few people will make it to the top. No, I'm not somebody like that. I will say, go and pursue that. But you need to understand that only very, 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 very few people make it to the top. Are you ready to make all the sacrifices? Sacrifice in terms of your time, your attention. A TCS will get you to 25,000 rupees salary. A civil engineering or a mechanical engineering core sector, the initial salary will be 8,000 or 9,000 for the first 3 to 4 years. So are you able to sacrifice that money? Then you can go and take the right decision. But if you want to be independent soon after engineering, you want to support your parents, you want to ensure that your parents have a better standard of living. അവർക്കൊരു 3 വർഷം കൊണ്ട് നല്ലൊരു ജീവിത നിലവാരം ഉണ്ടാക്കി കൊടുക്കണം. അവരെ ആൾക്കാർ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ ബഹുമാനിക്കണം, നിങ്ങൾക്കൊരു ജോലി വേണം, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സ്വന്തം കാലിൽ നിൽക്കണം, ഇതൊക്കെയാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ പ്രയോറിറ്റി എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ you probably take a smart decision. That is my first humble submission to all the probably 78 students that I have in this batch or 80 students that I have in the batch. This is my first humble submission, that you decide whether you want to take the right decision or your smart decision. And I always say this, that see, the reasons because of which you get into the engineering may not be the reasons because of which you will end up in a placement. Understand that. It could be different. And it is nobody's mistake. It is nobody's mistake. See, given an opportunity, Benny sir and Justin sir will bring the best civil engineering company in the world for you. Why they wouldn't do it? But the problem is the industry is not responding to them. And that is the biggest thing. The reason why I said that is because, see, success has got a simple formula. Listen to this very carefully. You agree with me, you don't agree with me, that is perfectly fine. But success has got a very simple formula. What is it? The right opportunity, meeting the right preparation, at the right time, with the right people, with the right attitude. These 5 things are very, very important. Your opportunity, your preparation, the timing is very important. I cannot talk to you next year same time because the campus placement will be over. The number of emails that we are receiving from the 2020 batch asking us, can we attend the TCS NQT test on 24th? And sadly, we have to say, no, you can't because you are not eligible to do that. So I cannot do a similar session with you people next year. So the timing is very, very important. So Justice sir and Benny sir has done the right thing, that they at least decided that 2 weeks prior, our students should definitely get to know about the importance of this opportunity, and the timing of my speech to you, the timing of a training session that you probably might join, both are correct. So if you take a smart decision, this is the right opportunity for you. And this is probably the right timing also. Now, why this opportunity is very, very important. If you look at that screen right now, I hope all of you can see that screen saying general statistics. Can you see the screen, everyone? Can you see the screen? Are you able to follow me? Is my language okay? Is my speed fine? Great, great. If you look at that, okay, some interesting, energetic chap has decided to put, okay, I think I need to find an eraser. Okay, great. This is the statistics for the most celebrated placements. Okay, that guy has again decided to come back. Okay, it's amazing. Just give me a second, guys. Just keep your fingers away from the screen. It will do a lot of good for you. Okay, okay, fine, great. So if you look at that statistics on the screen right now, that's the numbers for the most celebrated placement that happened during the lockdown, which is SOTI, the SOTI placements. So how many of you attended SOTI placements in this batch? Did anyone attend the SOTI placements? Anyone? Okay, Anaga says yes. Okay, great. So most of you attended the SOTI placements. Fantastic. So close to around 13,059 students had attended the SOTI placements. 7,794 students wrote the return test, and So how many converted towards the end? Towards the end, the final conversion was roughly around 50. 50, because it's a product-based company. They cannot hire like other companies. They're a product-based niche company who are looking for best of the best of the best of the best talent to come and work with them. So the numbers were somewhere around 50 to 60. They finally said that they might hire 10 or 15 people more. You look at the conversion percentage, out of those 14 or 13,000 students who registered, the conversion was how much? 0.63 percentage. So 0.63 percentage is the opportunity that you have with SOTI. So I'm talking about the right opportunity now. All right. So 0.63 percentage is the opportunity that a product-based company like SOTI offers to you. You look at a company like TCS. For last year, 2019, when 135 plus colleges participated with 10,000 plus students, 2,000 people cleared TCS. That means 2,000 people got the job offer with TCS. That means how much is the conversion that we are talking about? The conversion was roughly 20%. So you look at a company like SOTI to a company like TCS, from 1%, you are directly looking at 20% of conversion. So now, where do you stand with the best chance of getting a placement if you have taken a smart decision? It is TCS. So you should be investing your time, your money, your interest, your data. You must sacrifice your sleep, your laziness for which company? TCS. TCS, right? I am putting so much of effort in bringing all the people for TCS to make money in my company. I'm not doing this for SOTI. Why? Because I know that students stand with a better chance of getting through with TCS. I'm a pakka business guy. I'm a pakka commerce and business guy. I will be investing my time and money into something where I can get the, I can probably have the maximum probability of getting my benefits, my results. And it is TCS. Why Infosys? 18% conversion. So if you ask me why TCS is very, very important for a class of 2021, see, you might have placements happening. You might have other placements coming up. Definitely you will have placements. Goldman Sachs happened, right? A TCS Corbita happened. An InfiTQ will happen in the month of Jan. But the conversion won't be this much. If you look at TCS, they have the best conversion rate, which is 20%. And that is the reason why that opportunity is very, very important. You shouldn't let go of that opportunity. First thing, the timing. Second thing, the third thing, the right people. All right. You look at that KTU enforcement recruitment drive. All right. So finally, when you should also understand the importance of this opportunity, guys. See, way back in 2010, when I came to Vimal Jyoti for the first time. So it's almost 10 years I have been with Vimal Jyoti. So 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, you have TCS going only to 15 colleges. You have Infosys going to only 15, 16 colleges. That's it. And on papers, you have roughly 100 plus engineering colleges in Kerala at that time. So you take 150 colleges, 30, 35 colleges would have the opportunity of campus placements from TCS and Infosys at that point of time. And then I remember talking to Mr. Tinu, who was the person concerned for Kerala Infosys, where I asked him, sir, can't you give this opportunity for all the students? Why just CET or a JC Thrissur or an MA or an NSS Palakkad? Why can't you give it to all the students? And then they said, no, it's a company policy. We can't do it. And then finally last year, they did off-campus placement. I think even at Vimal Jyoti, once Infosys did the off-campus placement, I remember that in Ilahia, they did that way back in 2014. But last year, we had a Malayali HR called as Sonu Jose, who was at the helm of affairs in Kerala. And because of his effort with all the placement officers, Justin sir and everybody backing him up, KTU decided to give this opportunity for all the students. What do you mean by that? Students from Palakkad, from Kasaragod to Trivandrum will get opportunity to attend placements with Infosys. It is not just CET or JC Thrissur. 4,500 students attended the registered for the placements. 4,500. It happened at St. Kitts Kotte. You know how many students attended the placement? I'm not talking about the conversion or job offers. How many students attended? Only 2,471 students attended the placement for Infosys. An opportunity which was a privilege for those top GECs and MA and CETs was being offered to every college, every student. When Infosys said that we are looking for merit, we are not looking for privileged status of a campus. We are looking for the merit of the candidate. 2,000 people decided not to attend the placements. And if you look at the final numbers, 436 job offers were floated at St. Kitts Kotte by KTU Infosys placement. Now just imagine Had those 2,000 people attended the placement that year at St. Kitts Kottayam for KTU Infosys Drive, probably we would have had 400 more job offers. What do you mean by that? ആ 400 കുടുംബങ്ങളുടെ വീട്ടിൽ ഇന്ന് ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഈ ലോക്ക്ഡൌൺ കൊറോണ സമയത്ത് എവിടെ ഇന്റർവ്യൂവിന് പോകും, എനിക്ക് ആര് ജോലി തരും, ഇനി ഞാൻ ജീവിക്കാൻ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുമെന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന 400 എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് കുട്ടികളുടെ കയ്യിൽ, 400 കുടുംബങ്ങളുടെ കയ്യിൽ ഇന്ന് ഇൻഫോസിസിന്റെ ഒരു ജോബ് ഓഫർ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നേനെ. ഇന്നൊരു ജോബ് ഓഫർ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നേനെ ഇൻഫോസിസിന്. അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്താണ്? 25,000 രൂപ ആ വീടുകളിൽ എത്തിയേനെ, 900 രൂപ ആ വീടുകളിൽ ഡെയിലി എത്തിയേനെ, ആ വീടിന്റെ ജീവിത നിലവാരം ഉയർന്നതിന് ഇന്ന് ആ കുട്ടികൾ ഇന്ന് അഭിമുഖീകരിക്കുന്ന ആ പ്രതിസന്ധിയിൽ നിന്ന് അവർക്കൊരു മോചനം ലഭിച്ചേനെ. ഹാഡ് ദേ ഷോൺ ദ റൈറ്റ് ആറ്റിറ്റ്യൂഡ് ടുവേർഡ്സ് പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ്. ഇന്ന് അവന് സിവിലോ മെക്കാനിക്കലോ കോറോ ട്രിപ്പിളോ ഒന്നുമില്ല, ഇന്ന് അവനൊരു ജോലി മതി. കാരണം എന്താണ്? ഇന്ന് എവിടെ ഇന്റർവ്യൂവിന് പോകുന്ന അറിയത്തില്ല. And Infosys students have already started joining the company. TCS people have started onboarding their students. And right now those 400, അത് ആർക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിലും ആവല്ലേ, ആ 2000-ൽ ഏതോ 400 കുട്ടികൾ, ഏതോ 400 കുടുംബം സംഭവിച്ചില്ല. എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്? poor attitude of the students. ഞങ്ങൾ കോറിന് വേണ്ടി മാത്രമേ പ്രിപ്പയർ, ഞങ്ങൾ കോറിന് വേണ്ടി മാത്രമേ ഞങ്ങൾ ജയിക്കത്തുള്ളൂ, ഞങ്ങൾ ജീവിക്കത്തുള്ളൂ. When you talk like this, you are actually going against the way. See, നിങ്ങൾ സിമ്പിൾ എക്സാമ്പിൾ ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കേ. എന്റെ ക്ലാസ് ഏറ്റവും നന്നാവുന്ന എപ്പോഴാണ്? ഞാൻ ഒരു ക്യാമ്പസിൽ വന്ന് ഒരു കുട്ടിയുടെ മുഖത്ത് നോക്കി ഒരു മൈക്ക് എടുത്ത് സംസാരിച്ച് when the session is absolutely fantastic is when I get the biggest high of my life, and that is the right decision for me. ഞാൻ ക്യാമ്പസിൽ വന്ന് മാത്രമേ പഠിപ്പിക്കുകയുള്ളൂ എന്ന് ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് വാശി പിടിച്ചാൽ ഞാൻ അടുത്ത ഡിസംബർ വരെ വീട്ടിലിരിക്കും. Because we are not going to go back to our normal lives without a vaccine coming to this country. And we are talking about 136 crore people. The vaccine has to reach every nook and corner, every hamlet of the country. It will probably take next year December. ആ ഡിസംബർ വരെ ഞാൻ വീട്ടിലിരിക്കേണ്ടി വന്നേനെ if I had pursued my right decision to come to a campus and take a training session. My family would have been zero revenue. I would have been zero revenue. I would have had my struggle. So what was a smart decision for me? എന്റെ ക്ലാസ് 100% എഫക്റ്റീവ് ഒന്നും ആയില്ലെങ്കിലും ഒരു മൈക്കും എടുത്ത് സൂമിന് ഒരു പ്രീമിയം അക്കൗണ്ടും എടുത്ത് ഒരു സ്റ്റുഡിയോ സെറ്റപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ I can at least make some amount of money which will help me to move ahead in life. This may not be right for me, but this could be smart for me because it can at least give me some sort of money to move on in my life. ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് ആ കുട്ടികളെ പോലെ വീട്ടിൽ ഇരിക്കേണ്ടി വരില്ല, എനിക്ക് മൂവ് ഓൺ ചെയ്യാൻ എന്തെങ്കിലും എന്റെ കയ്യിൽ ഉണ്ടാവും. And for me that is the right attitude. So preparation, opportunity, timing and attitude. നാലാമത്തെ എന്താണ്? ആ 2000 കുട്ടികൾ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യാത്തത് ആ 2000 കുട്ടികളുടെ ആറ്റിറ്റ്യൂഡിന്റെ പ്രശ്നം കൊണ്ട് മാത്രമല്ല. Because you have incompetent people in the system. ഇത് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കാൻ ആൾക്കാരില്ല. See, I have to appreciate ജസ്റ്റിൻ സാർ. എനിക്ക് ജസ്റ്റിൻ സാറിന്റെ പരിചയമുള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് ഒന്നുമല്ല. ഞാൻ കേരളത്തിലെ 35 എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് കോളേജിലെ പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് ഓഫീസേഴ്സിനാണ് ഞാൻ മെസ്സേജസ് അയക്കുന്നതും ഞാൻ പോസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് അയക്കുന്നതും. 35 പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് ഓഫീസേഴ്സിന് ഞാനിത് അയക്കാറുണ്ട്. എനിക്ക് റെസ്പോണ്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന 5 ക്യാമ്പസസ് ആണ് കൺസിസ്റ്റന്റ് ആയിട്ട്. ഒരു ഓക്കെ സർ, ഐ വിൽ ഷെയർ ഇറ്റ് വിത്ത് മൈ സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു 5-6 ക്യാമ്പസസേ ഉള്ളൂ. അതിലൊന്ന് വിമൽ ജ്യോതിയാണ്. ആൻഡ് റെസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ദ ക്യാമ്പസസ് ഡോണ്ട് ഡു ദാറ്റ്. ദേ ഡോണ്ട് ഡു ദാറ്റ്. എനിക്ക് ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാമിനെ റെസ്പോണ്ട് ചെയ്ത ക്യാമ്പസസ് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്ത് പറയാം. JC കോഴിക്കോട്, MA കോളേജ് ഞങ്ങൾ ട്രെയിനിങ് എടുത്ത ക്യാമ്പസ് 450 സ്റ്റുഡൻസിന്. അവിടുത്തെ MTech സ്റ്റുഡൻസിന് താല്പര്യം ഉണ്ടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് they contacted us. GC കോഴിക്കോട്, MA കോളേജ് റെസ്പോണ്ട് ചെയ്തു. I think there was one more campus. അടുത്ത ക്യാമ്പസ് ഏതായിരുന്നു? GC ഇടുക്കി we have around 141 students. മറ്റു 2-3 ക്യാമ്പസസ് അവിടെ എവിടെയൊക്കെ അവർ പറഞ്ഞു. Then finally there was a person called as Justin who decided to call me up and ask me, sir, and the first question that you should definitely know, right? You should definitely know that you have the right person with you. Sir, and the first question, sir, ഞങ്ങളുടെ കോളേജിൽ നിന്ന് എത്ര കുട്ടികൾ രജിസ്റ്റർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് സാറിന്റെ പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ? And for somebody to ask that question, that means you have the right people in the system. You have the right people in the system. ഇന്ന് TCSന്റെ രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ നമ്പേഴ്സ് കൂടാത്ത എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണെന്ന് അറിയാം കേരളത്തിൽ? അവിടുത്തെ പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് ഓഫീസേഴ്സ് ആ കുട്ടികളുടെ അടുത്ത് പല കാര്യങ്ങളും പറയാത്തത് കൊണ്ടാണ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവരെ സെൽഫ് ഡ്രിവൺ ആക്കി കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ പറ്റാത്തതുകൊണ്ടാണ്. At least that means you have the right people. How many such colleges where you will have a principal sitting for a placement webinar? You please go back and ask. I'll probably see a Benisar being part of a webinar. Probably a Muthoot കോളേജിൽ ഞാൻ പോയി അവർക്കൊരു മെയിൽ ഞാൻ പ്രിൻസിപ്പളിന് അയച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ the next day principal will have a meeting with all the HOD and departments regarding placements. And then I see a Benisar. These are very, very, very few people who are really interested in the process called as placement for the students. So you have the right people with you. Placement orientation തരാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വീക്കെൻഡ് ക്ലാസ് നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, mentors ഉണ്ട്, guidance ഉണ്ട്. So that means you have the right people with you, and this is being done at the right timing is there, the right opportunity. ഇനി 2 കാര്യങ്ങൾ എന്താണ്? The right preparation and the right attitude. So right preparation എന്താണ്? നന്നായിട്ട് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യാതെ മുന്നോട്ട് പോകാൻ പറ്റില്ല. സോ ഇപ്പൊ KTU റിസൾട്ട് വന്നു 2020 ബാച്ചിന്റെ. സോ മുത്തൂറ്റ് വാസ് ദ നമ്പർ 1 ക്യാമ്പസ്. സോ ഞാൻ ആ സമയത്ത് മുത്തൂറ്റ് സ്റ്റുഡൻസിനെ അഡ്രസ് ചെയ്യാണ്. ആൻഡ് ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് തിങ് ദാറ്റ് ഐ ടോൾഡ് ഇസ്, ഡു യു റിമെമ്പർ ദ ഫസ്റ്റ് റാങ്ക് ഹോൾഡർ ഓഫ് KTU 2019 batch? Does anybody remember who is the first rank holder? Do you remember who is the first rank holder this year? Do you remember who is the first rank holder in 2018, 2017? Nobody remembers, because the eventual idea of a professional education is not a first rank in academic aggregate. Of course, it is important. It is a fundamental which will give you an opportunity for placements, but that is not the last idea. The idea of professional education is what? To get a job. To get a job. Because if you ask me, I remember the guy who got the highest package in Kerala for 2020. That could be a student from College of Engineering Trivandrum who got placed with Intuit or Google for 25 lakh package. That I remember. Because for me, the idea of professional education is to get a job. See, 10th in rank A+ banner photo, 12th banner photo. Why? Because the idea of higher secondary education is to get you a position in a professional college for a professional degree. But the idea of a professional degree is not to get you a position in a college. It is to get you a job. So if basically നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കുന്ന എന്തിനാണ്? ഒരു ജോലി കിട്ടണം, പൈസ ഉണ്ടാക്കണം, ജീവിത നിലവാരം ഉയരണം, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇപ്പൊ ഞാനായാലും ജസ്റ്റിൻ സാർ ആയാലും ഞങ്ങളെല്ലാവരും ഞങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ ഫാമിലി എന്തായിരിക്കും? ഇപ്പൊ ഞങ്ങൾ നിൽക്കുന്നതിനേക്കാൾ ഒരു ലെവൽ താഴെ ആയിരുന്നിരിക്കണം. ഞങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചു, ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ജോലി കിട്ടിയത് കൊണ്ട് ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഫാമിലി അടുത്ത ലെവലിലെത്തി. ദാറ്റ്സ് ഇറ്റ്. ഇപ്പൊ ഇവിടെ എനിക്ക് ചായ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന എന്റെ അമ്മ പഠിച്ചിട്ടില്ല, എന്റെ അച്ഛൻ പഠിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. But they sent me to a good school. I got educated. I got a job. And then I started making money. Then eventually what happened? എന്റെ ജീവിത നിലവാരം ഉയർന്നു. അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇപ്പൊ കണ്ണൂർ എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ബൈജു രവീന്ദ്രന്റെ ഭാര്യയും 22 കോടിയാണ് അസെറ്റ്. In the last 10 years, they became billionaires. Why they became billionaires? Because Indian middle classലെ മാതാപിതാക്കളെല്ലാം ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ പൈസ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത് എവിടെയാണ്? നല്ലൊരു വീട്, ഭവനവും കുട്ടികളുടെ ഭാവിയും. That's it. Because middle class people still believe that education is the biggest lottery ticket for them to come up in their life, because their kids will eventually get a job. Education ഒരേ ഒരു ഉദ്ദേശം മാത്രമേ ജീവിതത്തിലുള്ളൂ, ജീവിത നിലവാരം ഉയർത്താൻ സാധിക്കണം, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. നല്ലൊരു കാറ്, നല്ലൊരു വീട്, നല്ലൊരു ലൈഫ്, അത് തന്നെയാണ് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷന്റെ ഉദ്ദേശം. എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ഉദ്ദേശം എന്ന് ഞാൻ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നത് അങ്ങനെയാണ്. യു മൈറ്റ് ഹാവ് എ ഡിഫറൻസ് ഓഫ് ഒപ്പീനിയൻ, ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് പെർഫെക്റ്റ്ലി ഫൈൻ. ബട്ട് വാട്ട് ഇസ് ദി ഐഡിയ ഓഫ് പ്രൊഫഷണൽ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ ഇഫ് യു ഡോണ്ട് ഗെറ്റ് എ ജോബ് ഇൻ യുവർ ലൈഫ്? സോ why you need to prepare എന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, this is why you need to prepare, because the eventual idea is to get a job. അടുത്ത വർഷം ജൂൺ ഫസ്റ്റ് വീക്ക് കോഴ്സ് 5 ഒക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ക്യാമ്പസിൽ നിന്ന് പുറത്തിറങ്ങുമ്പോൾ നല്ലൊരു അക്കാഡമിക് അഗ്രിഗേറ്റും കയ്യിലൊരു നല്ല ജോബ് ഓഫർ ലെറ്ററും, ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ദി കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ഐഡിയ ഓഫ് എ പ്രൊഫഷണൽ എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ. ഇത് രണ്ടും ഇല്ലാതെ നമുക്കൊരു കംപ്ലീറ്റ്നെസ് ഇല്ല. അക്കാഡമിക്സ് ഇല്ലാതെയും കംപ്ലീറ്റ്നെസ് ഇല്ല, പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് ഒരു ഓഫർ കയ്യിലില്ലാതെയും കംപ്ലീറ്റ്നെസ് ഇല്ല. ബോത്ത് ഷുഡ് ഗോ ഹാൻഡ് ഇൻ ഹാൻഡ്, ആൻഡ് ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ദ റൈറ്റ് പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻ. ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് അതാണ്. പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യണം ഏറ്റവും നന്നായിട്ട്. ഒരു പ്ലേസ്മെന്റ് പോകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും നിങ്ങൾ ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കുക. ഇപ്പോ ഒരു മഹേന്ദ്ര സിംഗ് ധോണി, ഇർഫാൻ പത്താന്റെ ഒരു ഇന്റർവ്യൂ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു IPL മുന്നേ. I don't know how many of you heard this. ഇർഫാൻ പത്താൻ പറഞ്ഞു, in my entire career, this is the first time I see Mahendra Singh Dhoni practicing wicket keeping. Wicket keeping പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന മഹേന്ദ്ര സിംഗ് ധോണി ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ കാണുന്നത്. കാരണം എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്? He has been away from that for 1.5 years from cricket. So he's nothing like, ഞാൻ മഹേന്ദ്ര സിംഗ് ധോണിയാണ് നേരെ ഗ്രൗണ്ടിൽ പോകും. He didn't say that. What he did is he wanted to come and prepare himself for that. ഒരു ഉസൈൻ ബോൾട്ട് 8 ഒളിമ്പിക് ഗോൾഡ് മെഡൽ വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിന് മൊത്തത്തിൽ അദ്ദേഹം ഓടിയത് 10 മിനിറ്റ് പോലും ഇല്ല. പക്ഷെ ആ 10 മിനിറ്റ് താഴെ ഓടി ആ 8 ഗോൾഡ് മെഡൽ മേടിക്കാൻ പ്രോബ്ലി പുള്ളി ഒരു 12,000 മണിക്കൂർ പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. Because the result happens on the stage, but the preparation happens behind the stage, and that is where you put your effort. ആ പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻ നമ്മൾ എപ്പോൾ ചെയ്യുമെന്ന് അറിയും. അത് എന്തിനാണെന്ന് നമുക്ക് ആദ്യം ഒരാൾ നമ്മളെ കൺവിൻസ് ചെയ്യണം. എന്നാൽ മാത്രമേ ആ പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻ ഒരു മീനിങ് ഉണ്ടാവത്തുള്ളൂ. എന്തിനാണ് ആ പ്രിപ്പറേഷൻ? ഒരു നല്ല സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് ഓഫ് ലിവിങ്. അത് തന്നെയാണ് 10 years later, when you are traveling by a BMW car, when you are traveling from Manhattan to New York in a flight, you will remember these words. You will remember me. And the last point is have the right attitude. What do you mean by right attitude? Benisar എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞു, ഇനി നമ്മളെല്ലാം ഓൺലൈനിൽ പോകാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. So what is that one thing which will help you to succeed in your life? ഇതെല്ലാവരും ഓർത്തു വെച്ചേക്കാം, which is the idea of self management. നമ്മൾക്ക് മാനേജ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയാൽ മാത്രമേ ജീവിതത്തിൽ നമുക്ക് സക്സസ് ഉണ്ടാവത്തുള്ളൂ. Understand? Steve Jobs was asked this question. How do you identify the right people to do that job for you, because of which you are so successful? And Steve Jobs പറഞ്ഞ ഉത്തരം എന്താണെന്ന് അറിയോ? I talk to people for 2 hours and then I will know whether they can manage themselves or not, so that nobody has to come and push them to do things in their life. നമ്മളെ എന്ന് ഒരാള് നിർബന്ധിച്ച് ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യിപ്പിക്കുന്നോ അന്ന് നമ്മുടെ ഫെയിലിയർ ഉറപ്പാണ്, 100%. എനിക്ക് ഈ സെഷൻ ഇവിടെ ഇരുന്ന് എടുക്കണമെന്നുണ്ടോ? എനിക്ക് എന്റെ ലിവിംഗ് റൂമിൽ ഇരുന്ന് എടുത്തൂടെ? എനിക്ക് കോട്ട് ഇടണമെന്നുണ്ടോ? ഇല്ല. എനിക്ക് ഈ ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ട് ഇല്ലാതെ എനിക്ക് സെഷൻ എടുത്തൂടെ? എനിക്ക് സെഷൻ എടുക്കാം. But it is my idea of self-management because of which I want to look professional. I want to sound professional. I want to make you feel a professional environment, right? Nobody is asking me to do that. That is your idea of self-management. ഇന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ കിടന്നാണോ ഇത് കേൾക്കുന്നത്? നിങ്ങൾ ഇരുന്നാണോ കേൾക്കുന്നത്? നിങ്ങൾ ട്രാവൽ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് കേൾക്കുകയാണോ? I don't know. But if you have decided to dedicate a space for your academic class, if you have decided to dedicate a time for your preparation, അതൊക്കെയാണ് idea of self-management. ഓൺലൈൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ പ്രശ്നം എന്താണെന്ന് അറിയോ? See, why is it that you are missing your campus? You are missing your campus because that was a proposed, designed social framework which was forcing you to get up early in the morning, take a shower, iron your clothes, wear a cloth, come out of your house, meet up with people. So a designed framework was pushing you to do all that. Now you have an optional framework. What is that? You can attend the session, but do you want to get up early, or do you want to just put your headset, or do you just want to put it on and keep your mobile phone there? Do you want to take shower? Do you want to wear a good cloth? Everything is it's optional now. Now this is the differentiator. This is the choice, whether you want to have that idea of self-management or not. And let me tell you this, you want to succeed in your life, somebody forces you to do that. Because see, educational institutes നോടുള്ള കുട്ടികളുടെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ദേഷ്യം എന്താണ്? സർ, എല്ലാം നമ്മൾ അടിച്ചേൽപ്പിക്കും. ഓട്ടോക്രാറ്റിക് ആയിട്ടേ ഓടത്തുള്ളൂ. മിലിറ്ററിയും educational institutes, I'm openly telling you, it can be run only through autocratic leadership. വേറെ ലീഡർഷിപ്പിൽ പോവില്ല. But the whole point is, you will get out of this campus at some point of time. അവിടെ നിങ്ങൾ കൺട്രോൾ ചെയ്യാൻ ആരും ഉണ്ടാവത്തില്ല. You will only be there. And that is where the idea of self-management will help you. If somebody is forcing you to do something in your life at this point, you can take my words, you will not succeed. You will not succeed. That is not the right way to go ahead in your life. Even you are a person who, no, I saw this message from Justin sir. I want to go and attend the session. I want to listen to this person. I want to listen what he is saying. I want to sit down and prepare for placement. I want to go and attend a training program. If you start to decide on those things, then that is your idea of self-management. That, okay, I shouldn't be writing things on the board. I shouldn't be creating ruckus in the campus. I should maintain my discipline. I should maintain my punctuality. Once you start thinking like that, that is the right step towards your success. The idea of self-management. You have to prepare. You have to dedicate your time. Don't let anybody tell you what to do in your life. That is the right attitude. So opportunity, preparation, timing, people, and attitude. These 5 things are extremely, extremely important. And the last point is why TCS is very, very important. TCS for the first time in 2018 made placements democratic for everyone. What do you mean by democratic? You could be a Hindu, Christian, Muslim. You could be Kartavanavam, Velutavanavam, Melinjavanavam, Vannollavanavam. You could be from any part of this country, any part of the world, any part of any college. This is what Rajesh Gopinathan, the TCS CEO, said to all the students. Don't think you have a privilege of being with a branded campus, because we are looking for the right talent. And anybody with the right talent, with the right attitude, you could come and work with us. Which company would say that? Which company would say that? With a 20% conversion in the recruitment, after Indian Railways, the biggest employer, they're the biggest employer. That is the opportunity TCS is giving you. The biggest recruiter, opportunity for everyone. You will be able to work with a lot of projects, exposed to a lot of technology. You'll be working in different sectors, and it gives you an opportunity to get on in your life after engineering. And these are probably the best reasons why you should be considering TCS. And this is probably the reason why I'm saying TCS is one of the biggest opportunities for the class of 2021 people. So if you can make sense, you can attend our training program, which is starting tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the evening. We are running a TCS NQT retail batch. Our batch 1 is getting over today. We almost have 315 registrations all over Kerala, where people have participated in the training program with us. Tomorrow, we again have roughly 150 students. If you are willing to come and prepare with us, feel free, come join. The course fee is 400 rupees, where Benisar has already told you that if you attend the program, 50% of the program fee will be refunded to you. You will have to net invest 200 rupees for our program. You will be undertaking 25 mock tests in TCS NQT alone in our portal. And because I feel that when you're in the last lap of your preparation, along with training, taking mock tests is very, very important, because you are used to learning and producing things on a paper and with a pen. But at the end of the day, you will be going and taking a test online. 15% of the students in Kerala do not get converted in return tests because they are not used to virtual assessment platforms. So very, very important that you take up all the mock tests, you get the right guidance. So if you're interested, please talk to Justin sir, and he will give me the names of those students who are interested to take up the program. I'll be more than happy to take you on board and guide you in this journey. Probably we'll be able to make it into a fantastic journey, into a culmination of an amazing opportunity. And as I said, there's a lot of potential at Vimal Jyoti, but then these 5 things are extremely, extremely important. So all the very best, everyone. Look forward to having you on board with us. Thank you. Justin sir?
Thank you, sir. I think students may have some queries, like they may be interested in knowing how many sessions and what are the topics covered.
Sure, sir. I have got 3 more minutes before I start my next session. No problems, please.
Okay, students, if you have got anything, please ask, like, or else you can tell them, like, what are the...
Sir, the training is on quantitative aptitude and logical reasoning. So it will be 1 hour every day from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Along with the training, you will be undergoing 25 mock tests. So 5 mock tests will be on technical skills, C programming, multiple choice questions, 5 tests on English verbal. So that is like 10 tests. Then you will have 12 general tests where you will have general mock tests from questions from all the aptitude topics. Once you finish the test, a trainer will explain the entire paper to you. The video is inbuilt in each of those papers. So you can see the result, you can see the solutions where the trainer will explain it to you. So there will be 12 such papers. So 12 plus 5 technical, 5 verbal, that is 22. And probably you will have 3 to 5 exclusive papers on TCS NQT, TCS mock test papers. So since we are probably 2 weeks away from the TCS placement, you will have to start taking minimum 2 to 3 tests every day. So people with a lot of commitment, people with a lot of sincerity and earnestness should come to us. Don't just come to us with the money, because we want you to come to us with a lot of dedication, sincerity, and as I said in the beginning, with the right attitude, which is extremely, extremely important. Any questions, please put it in the chat box, or you can unmute and talk to me. Thank you. Anyone? Any questions? Are you convinced to at least take up placement seriously? Forget about the training program. Are you at least convinced to take the placement seriously, everyone? You can put a yes. No? Okay, Mega says yes. Good, good, Mega. Go back and prepare. Go back and prepare really well. You come to us, you don't come to us, that is okay. Good, good, Anika, Vaishnav. Yeah, good, good. Any help that you require from our side, please let us know. And I would want you to go back and talk to your friends. That is very, very important. Talk to your friends and let them know the importance of this opportunity, because you never know what will happen next year. Once you get out of this campus, what will happen? Where will you go for your placements? I mean, who will tell you where an interview is happening? Right now, you have a Benny sir, you have a Justin sir who's ready to help you out. Next year, you get out of this campus, who will help you? That's a huge question mark, right? So this might be the opportunity of a lifetime for all you people. So I presume you guys don't have any questions. So yeah, so Benny sir, can I take my leave? Sir?
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Sir, do you want to put any last thoughts to the students?
That is fine, sir. I'm sure our placement officer will get in touch with the students and they will be reaching to you.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay.
Tonight will be the last. Today is the last day, so probably just talk to Justin sir and get it done. Okay. I think we are just getting the numbers sorted. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Justin sir. Thanks for the opportunity.